We need to understand that the very things that we pray for, they are going to be tested. In the Bible, it tells us that do not just utter words or make oaths that you cannot keep. Most of the time, we pray for something and then we come to be surprised when God actually brings it to us and then we disagree with it. Our ways could never be God's ways, our thoughts could never be His thoughts. So, whatever you're praying for, He's gonna align it to His will, not your will. Because most of the time, we pray for something and expect our own answers, because I cannot be the only one. There are many of us. We are praying to God, God, I want this, I would love this, I would love that. And then when God aligns it to His will, because it is His will, He answer your prayer according to your own will, because your will is distraction, but His is direction. So don't be surprised when you pray for something, God aligns it to His will, because your way could never be His way. So when you pray for something, He's going to align it to the way that He wants it to align to His will, not your will. When we pray for something, we expect God to answer us in a way that is according to our way of answering. And one thing, you could never limit God's power. If you think that, okay, I'm going through this and God has done this, so I'm guessing He's going to do it again. No, God is going to do it in a very different way. We should allow God to reform us into His image and likeness, our minds to be like Christ, the way we think to be like Him. Because if our minds are not reformed, you're not going to be able to see things through God's eyes. Our spiritual gates are aligned with our heart and our mind. So whatever you feed your mind, if you're feeding your things with faith-based and godly wisdom and knowledge, whenever a situation comes to you or whenever you pray for something, you're going to look at all aspects. Whenever you pray for something, always look at it through God's eyes. When you pray for something, just be like, okay, God is going to do it according to His alignment. I'm not going to look for my own answer. I'm going to look for God's answer. Because if you're trying to look for your answer and your way of, you expect God to answer according to your way of answering, you're not going to see what God is doing and what God is doing in your life. Because most of the time, the reason why we pray for something and then we feel like God is not answering our prayers is because we're looking for our own answer.